Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 200th podcast.
200! This episode, we bring you Ameen and the Ghoul, a story from Persia.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the Activated Actors.
We've been activating you 200 times.
Yes, we feel very activated.
It took us a few years to get here. We've been
13 years.
13 years to get here. Yeah, 13 years for this milestone. So I guess we should do a little party. All right, ready, everybody? Party time!
Whee!
Okay, party's over.
All right.
All righty. We have been having a fun October. We are back to haunting this season. We like to play ghouls and goblins and ghosts at one of Massachusetts' #1 attractions, Barrett's Haunted Mansion in Abington.
And right now we are in Warwick, Rhode Island, which is just across the border, a few miles.
Yes, we've been visiting our son and having some good times, and we are anxious to bring you a Halloween story. I hope you're ready. This is probably a Halloween story, by the way, that you've never heard.
Yes,
I will be surprised if you have. And if you have, please comment. Let us know. Ameen and the Ghoul, a story from Persia. Long ago in Persia, there was a certain tailor named Ameen, who lived with his wife in a little village near the mountains. It was a happy little village, at least until it wasn't. And it became wasn't because some of the villagers who traveled through the mountains disappeared. One day, a friend said to Ameen, friend Ameen, how are you going to the city if you cannot travel through the mountains?
I can't travel through the mountains?
Not if you value your life.
Why is that?
Have you not heard? There is a horrible creature, a ghoul, living up there, and he devours anyone he finds traveling through the mountains.
That doesn't sound very neighborly. So that's why people have been disappearing up there.
That's right. The ghoul will challenge people to a contest to see who's stronger. And if you lose, you get eaten.
Ouch. That's not a very good consolation prize. Wait a minute. How do you know this? I mean, if anybody ever came back from there and said they'd been eaten, they'd probably be just making it up.
But yesterday, there were 2 men traveling through the mountains. One of them was eaten, and one was not. The one who was not eaten came back and told what happened. The one who was eaten did not.
Oh, I guess that makes it a little more believable.
And after that, people were afraid to travel through the mountains. 24 brave men went up there looking for this creature with pitchforks and torches and axes and crossbows and slingshots. But they didn't find him. He must have stayed hidden, waiting until just 1 or 2 people would come through. One day, Ameen said to his wife,
I cannot stand this anymore. I must go to the city to buy more cloth or else my business will go broke.
But it takes such a long time to get to the city if you go around the mountains.
I know. That's why I must go through the mountains.
Have you gone batty? You've heard what happens to people who travel that way.
But I have to keep the business going to put food on the table.
If the ghoul catches you, you will be food on the table.
Well, I will just have to defeat the ghoul somehow.
What can you do? You don't even know how to parallel park a camel.
There must be something I can do.
You're a tailor. So you'd best stick to tailing and stay out of trouble.
I guess I'll wait and see what happens next. But I can't wait too long.
He didn't have to wait long until... Friend Ameen, my friend, have you heard? The ghoul devoured another villager.
Oh no, I thought the villagers were staying out of the mountains now.
They have been. But this didn't happen in the mountains. It happened in the village.
In the village?
Yes. The ghoul sneaked into the village Or is that snuck? Anyway, last night, and attacked a man who was walking alone and gobbled him up.
Are you certain it was the ghoul?
Either that or a very mean chicken.
If the ghoul is now coming to us instead of waiting for us to come to him, then we really must do something to stop him.
Try to stop him if you like. I'm packing my bags. So Ameen went home and found his wife and told his wife about it. What do you think you can do? You're a tailor. Do you plan to attack this creature with a needle and thread?
Maybe I can defeat him with my wits.
Oh boy, now we're really in trouble.
I have a plan. First, I need an egg.
An egg? You think you're going to scare away a monster by throwing eggs at him?
Do we have any eggs in the house or not?
Well, yes, but...
Excellent. What about salt?
Well, sure. If you're going to serve him eggs, you might as well make them tasty with salt.
Great. I need 1 egg, a lump of salt, and a sack full of pillows.
Oh, I see. You serve him eggs with salt, and then you challenge him to a pillow fight. Makes perfect sense.
Never mind. Just get me a sack of pillows, will you? And I will pay this ghoul a visit this evening at sundown.
If you say so. I know that nothing can ever change your mind once it's made up. Oh, I just hope you've got the insurance paid up. So Ameen took the egg, the lump of salt, and the sack of pillows, and hiked up into the mountains. And as it was getting dark, he came to the pass where several men had disappeared.
Wow. It's even spookier than I thought. I wonder if it's too late to turn back.
Trick or treat, human.
Well, I guess that answers that question.
You foolishly wandered into my territory. And now you will pay the price with your life. Unless you can prove to me that you're stronger than I am. If you can't, I will prove to you that you're tastier than I am.
I see. Well, I could challenge you to a fight, but that wouldn't really be fair to you. There's no way you could be as strong as I am. As you see, I've been carrying this sack of bricks around all day just for fun. But I'll give you a sporting chance. Let's see. Can you squeeze water out of a stone?
I don't know. I've never tried it before.
Well, it's not difficult at all. Not if you're really strong like me. Here, I'll show you. I'll just take the stone right here, and I'll show you.
But while he was picking up the stone, Ameen secretly slipped the egg into his hand as well. And when he squeezed it, the egg cracked and the egg white dripped out.
Huh? I don't believe it. You really did squeeze water out of a stone. Kind of thick water, but hey, it's stone water. You really must be strong. I thought you were just egging me on.
Now it's your turn to show me how strong you are.
Sure. If a little runt like you can squeeze water out of a rock, then I should be able to do it with no trouble at all. I'll just take this rock right here and... That's smart.
At first, maybe. Just takes a little practice, you know.
All right. I gotta admit, that stunt was pretty impressive. But, what else can you do to show me how strong you...
Well, now that I've squeezed the water out of this stone, I'll just crumble it into dust with my bare hands. Just stand back and watch.
This I gotta see.
Okay, here goes.
But Ameen had secretly slipped the lump of salt into his hand along with the stone. And when he squeezed, the salt crumbled.
Huh? Oh, that's unbelievable. You crumbled that rock like sand.
Normally I could have done it much faster, but tonight the wind was blowing from the south-northeast, and that slowed me down a little.
Well, When you told me you were gonna do that, I really took it with a grain of salt.
But seeing is believing, eh?
All right, wise guy. I'll show you how to really crush rock. Watch this. All right, here goes. I may have to do my evil left-handed for a while. Oh, that smarts.
Well, I guess that settles it. You can clearly see that I am much stronger than you. So I am warning you that if you ever bother our villagers again, it will be very bad for you. Good evening, I'll be on my way now.
No, not so fast, not so fast. It's true, you show me your great strength with 2 tasks of your own choosing, but I say, you should also have a 3rd demonstration. One that I choose.
Okay, fair enough. So what will it be?
You must spend a night as a guest in my cave.
Is that all? I could do that in my sleep.
Great. I hope you like raw jackrabbit, because that's what we're having for dinner.
So, that night in the cave.
All right, there's your bed.
Bed? That's just a pile of rocks.
So, you don't exactly look like a princess who'd be bothered by a pea under her bed. Besides, aren't you supposed to be showing me what a tough guy you are?
Oh, right, yeah. Well, do you at least have a blanket I can use?
I suppose. Here, take this one.
Ugh, it smells like it was used as a horse blanket about 200 years ago.
You're not complaining, are you?
Me? No, not at all. I love the smell. My mother used to put me to sleep by bringing smells like this into my bedroom. Even today, when I get homesick, I stick a dead rat under my bed.
Ah, I see. Well, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the vampire bats bite.
But Ameen knew that the ghoul was up to no good. So after the torch was out, he slipped the sack of pillows under the blanket, and he crept away to hide behind a stalagmite to see what would happen. And sure enough, in the middle of the night...
So, you think you're stronger than me, do you? I have a big club that says otherwise. And I don't mean a fan club. Ha! Take that! And that!
And the ghoul beat the pillow several times, believing he was beating Ameen.
There! That should finish you off. Now, you should keep until morning, when you'll make a great feast.
And the ghoul went back to sleep. Ameen, however, did not exactly get much sleep that night. And early the next morning...
Rise and shine, rise and shine.
Huh? Who said that? You? You're still here? I mean, you're up so early?
Yes, indeed. A really strong dude like me doesn't need much sleep. And last night I was actually disturbed in my sleep.
You were, huh?
Oh, yes. At first I thought a few little rocks were falling from the ceiling on me. But then I realized it was just flies or something landing on me. You really should call an exterminator. Say, I don't suppose you have any cactus to eat for breakfast, do you?
Yeah. You're on your own for breakfast. If you're really that strong, I'm out of here.
And with that, the ghoul ran away terrified and was never seen again. And from that day on, the villagers were able to pass through the mountain pass freely. That is, until someone put up a toll road.
And that's the story of Ameen and the Ghoul from Persia.
Oh, it's a great Halloween story! It's got tricks and treats and all kinds of fun ghouls.
Yes.
Yay.
And...
I'm surprised I haven't heard that one before. It's the first time I've heard it. Dennis does all the research for our folktales and does all the writing of our scripts and whatnot. And a lot of times I will just read it for the first time 5 minutes before we go on air and maybe not even read the whole script and just kind of wing it as we go. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoy hearing the new stories as I'm reading them.
And did you know you can read some of the scripts for these podcast stories on our website? You can also download Reader's Theater scripts of some of these stories, suitable for school use. We have a public show coming up next week as we speak. November 4th, we are at the Byram Schubert Library in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Kind of an annual tradition for us, one of our repeat customers and our repeat audience, and we're always happy to go to the library there and see all of our friends that come to the show. So thank you if you are one of them, and we hope to see you there.
That's our last show in the Northeast, and then we start heading south for the winter, like geese.
Yeah, winter's going to be sneaking up on us pretty quick here. So we hope you guys enjoy your Halloween. Love to hear what you're going to be for Halloween if you celebrate. And we will catch you next time.
Stay activated.
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, activatedstorytheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.